Has got a sub-unit by the name of Rehabilitation Unit, whose mandate is to provide rehabilitation services to people with disabilities. Those services include rehabilitating them in a way of counselling, providing them with assistive devices, providing them with medical exemptions for when they need to see doctors and things like that, providing them with what is called public assistance by social welfare. That is an amount of 100 rands, which some of people with disabilities get.
For many families of children with mental disabilities, it is often difficult to access public assistance money, partly because there is no clearly defined criteria for selection. These families need economic empowerment through financial aid, income-generating projects, and other financial means. There are many youth and adults with mental disability who need a safe haven. Unfortunately, most existing institutions deny them admission because their care is difficult. This gentleman is mentally disabled. He was found abandoned in Maseru City and ended up being taken to the Department of Social Welfare.
When we first met this gentleman, his condition was terrible. First of all, we thought that he had a speech impairment because it was hard for us to find his name or to get his name. His clothes were torn, he was very untidy, and he looked very hungry.
It is important to set up a rehabilitation center or safe haven for people with mental disability who are at risk. After failing to locate the relatives of this destitute gentleman, now known as Motiani, the Department of Social Welfare took him to the offices of Lesotho Girl Guides Association for safety.
Motiano kamotiseditswe ke social welfare mona setsing sa Masupatse. Ba bontsha hore ba ntse ba batla hore na habo ke kae, ba habo ke bo mang. Gona re tswerentse re mo keepile. Ke a gola tsele le mo sa bobedi sa boraro jwale. Ba ntse ba batla. Mmeng ha re se ka ha re tseba hore LSMHP ke mokgatlo o sebetsang le batho ba nang le bokoa ba kutlo le bokoa makoano no ana mangata jalo. Ke ha re tla bua re le office hore Motiano ke hore a nna ye la boraro le leng LSMHP one ne re sa tsebe ho bua le ena. Ka morao ga khutle a nna ye dipapading LSMHP la boraro le leng. Hona tsena go kgona ho bua le ena gore motho e mo le mo sa kgona hore a bue le ena.
Destitute people are likely to be abused while searching for food and shelter. Those with a mental disability are the most vulnerable. People with mental disabilities are vulnerable to different types of abuse, including sexual abuse. This 30-year-old was raped in 2006. Cases of rape of women and girls with mental disabilities are often reported to relevant authorities. According to relatives of victims and Lesotho Society of Mentally Handicapped Persons, some perpetrators go unpunished because of insufficient evidence. There is need for the legal sector to provide relevant professional support for a person with mental disability to be able to provide evidence before and during a court case.
Motho a ileng a hlekefetsa Nthabele o ile a tshwarwa mmeng ya ba batluwa beili ya 400 ya ba ya tswa beili a lokolwa tlalapeng nyewe sa tswela pele.
The challenges encountered by people with mental disabilities and their families in their day-to-day lives add another burden to disability. The realization of human rights of people with disabilities requires strategies to promote their access to protection, health, education, employment, and other services. Lesotho is a signatory to several international documents that committed to implement and observe norms which promote the rights of people with disabilities. These documents include the Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities, signed by the government of Lesotho on the 2nd of December 2008. With over 1,500 members, Lesotho Society of Mentally Handicapped Persons believes that by speaking in one voice, the silent voices of its members will be heard by service providers and address the challenges faced by people with mental disabilities.